Ja, het is I want to marry today.
Russian about.
Good morning once again. Welcome. We're going to introduce this statue. It's Infante Dom Henrique, also known as Prince Henry the Napkin in the Anglo-Saxon world. So this statue was made by Henrique Moreira, a Portuguese sculptor, and it was inaugurated in 1960, so it's not very old, 1960. It's made of bronze, and it's located here on Infant Square, the Place Infant. It has these two dates, these Roman dates. The first one is 1460, the year of Infant's death, Infant Henrique's death. And the second one, it's 1960, the year of the inauguration of the statue here. Behind the statue, it's the Mata Nacional do Chef Montes. In a rough translation, it's a national park of 7 hills.
And beside that, beside of the roads he created, the new streets was construction in like a geometric shape. And besides of that, he creates several fairs. In that fairs, in that life, the nobles spent the night in Tomar in a relative curiosity way. They choose a house, and the population don't reject them. They choose the house, and they spend the night, but many of them abused of the daughters and wives of the people who welcomed them. And Dom Infante didn't like it. So we construct new houses specifically for them. You can see in this street, in the parallel of this street, yeah, you can see some of the houses, and you look in the exterior, you see arches, like you saw in the.
So it's sorry, will we pass some of them on our way to the other statue?
Maybe it's the street parallel of this.
I guess not.
No? Because we could take the turn so that they could see.
It'd be nice to see.
We can go and see some arches.
Yeah, okay.
Why did they choose Tomar? They could have gone anywhere in Portugal, but why Tomar?
If I was him, I choose Algarve.
Four-sided shaft of stone, monolithic, and rises to a pyramidal top. The word obelisk comes from the Greek obeliskos, which means a prong for roasting, and in ancient Egypt it was also a monument erected next to temples for protection or defense purposes. The needle of stone had the function of perforating the clouds and dispersing negative forces that always threat to accumulate in the form of visible storms or invisible ones, and was placed over the temples as a symbol of a petrified ray.
As a symbol of, sorry?
Petrified ray.
Now we will talk about the history behind this monument. In 1580, Portugal faces a dynastic crisis. There was no heir to the throne, and several claimants were disputing it. The Spanish king, Philip II, he had the family ties with the whole Portuguese dynasty and fought against Dom António Prior do Crato for the throne. Dom António Prior do Crato was an illegitimate son of Dom Luís Infante and grandson of Dom Manuel I, and he was a pretender to the throne during this succession crisis of 1580. But like I said, he was an illegitimate son and his mother was a new Christian, although some historians say this is not true, but his claim to the throne is considered invalid. In the following year, the King Philip II summoned the courts of Tomar and claimed himself King of Portugal and Spain. However, he was careful to keep the language, the currency and the local administration.
This obelisk was placed here in Várzea Grande. Várzea Grande was a special place where many historical events occurred. For example, the first battle between the Portuguese and Castilian forces in the crisis of 1383 to 1385, as well as military parades. And even today, this is the place where the annual fair takes place.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is João Oliveira and I will be your guide along with my colleague Nelson Alfredo. Welcome and we hope you enjoy the visit. In the guide tour we will show you and talk to you about the statue, the unknown soldier. But first we will explain the concept of the words soldier and unknown. Soldier is an individual of a military force that aims to protect and defend the people of a certain country by providing service to particular army. This term is used to define all army without a graduation, meaning those who are not promoted or protected.
Unknown means not known because a particular arm implies a change of direction that may be contrary, opposite, or negative. The union of the two words, unknown and soldier, convey the idea of a person who died providing military service. In historical terms, it is not known when or whom it was the first person to sign that designation, but it is known that the concept was born in France and Germany. The first statue of the unknown soldier was built in the Washington Square in Philadelphia.
Tomb of the Unarmed Soldier is the name given to the monument erected by nations to honor soldiers who died in wartime without their bodies being identified. The modern tradition of this practice initiated in the United Kingdom after the First World War. The UK was the first country to bury an unarmed fighter in the name of the arms of the British Empire at Westminster Abbey in 1920.
As you will have the opportunity to see, in the right side of the statue are the names for the persons who died in Africa, and in the left side of the statue are the names for the persons who died in France. In France because the Battle of Alais is the border in France and Belgium. And in Africa because in Africa existed many colonies, German colonies in Germany and Portuguese colonies. So we finish our presentation and if anyone have any question, please.
Tuesday, I think that was a good experience. Because Tuesday, for the people who were not there, it was just the girls' day. Thank you very much, and I hope that we will see each other again.
We'd be interested in seeing more of that.
Students should be.
They should change. More. Hopefully, they will change.
Yes.
More. We like more.
Next
Yeah,
year.
more.
More.